Agnetha Faltskog.
On what moment did you decide, when you were young, that you wanted to become a singer or an artist?
Oh, that was very early, I must say, because I started to write songs when I was 5 years old. And then I started with a dance band when I was 15. And I also composed a lot of songs during this time.
Did your father influence you in any way?
A little bit maybe, but he was in a, well, that was more local in Sweden. It was not, he was not very well known, but he was still very good. So, no, I think I had that inside me very early, and I listened also to a lot of female singers like Connie Francis and Brenda Lee. And
during your Abba period, you once said, "This way of living doesn't allow me to be a good mother." Since you're talking about your girl, you also have a son.
Yeah.
Are you a better mother now than you were then?
It's always hard to combine, and I think I don't get a better mother, but I feel more relaxed, and I like to be at home and to spend my days with my children. So that probably makes me a better, or at least a calmer mother, so to say.
But what were the problems during your Abba period in this respect? Can you tell us about it?
Well, we were traveling so much around the world. I mean, we were everywhere, nearly. We went to Japan and Australia a couple of times, and America, and everyone wanted us at the same time. So that was the problem.
Yes. And being a good mother is more important to you than having a successful solo career.
Yes, but sometimes you can't choose. So I knew that I had to do it, and I love it as well. And I think it's also important that you can do this sort of job if you feel that is your life, because that makes you a better mother if you are, if you are satisfied with your work as well. So, but I think it's always hard to combine it. And when we had this enormous success with Abba, I I missed my children so much because they were also so small by that time. So it was hard to explain for them. They didn't understand why we were away so much.
You've had a lot of problems with the gossip press, but you refused to accept that because you even wrote a letter to the Dagens Nyheter. Yes, this
yeah,
is
that's right.
the most important newspaper in Sweden. For what reason did you react on that?
I'm impressed that you knew that.
For what reason did you react like that?
Well, I don't want to, people look upon you as silly or stupid if they, week by week get wrong things from you. And I react because I get very angry. And I know a journalist, a very serious journalist, a female, that worked for this paper. So she contacted me, and then I already had written an open letter, so to say. So I gave it to her, and she changed some bits, and then they took it in this newspaper.
And that was the start of a national discussion, let's say, on the gossip press. Has your action been worth all the trouble? Did you have any results with your action against the gossip press?
For a period it was better, but now when I have this record and I show myself more often in, television and newspapers as well, because I want to talk about my record.
Yes.
It starts again.
It starts all over again.
Yeah, but I consequent anmärker.
Yeah, do it in Swedish.
Ja, anmärker på jag anmäler konsekvent alla artiklar som är fel. Ja.
It's so nice that I have to read the answer in the subtitles. So
it's a bit like, it's not very far from Holland.
Yes. So you still get angry if you read wrong things about yourself, things that are not true.
Yes, of course. Yeah. I do.
Looking back to the Abba period, what did it bring to you? More positive or more negative things?
Both positive and maybe equal. I think more positive, really. I think we we are all four very proud of what we have achieved. It was an enormous success all over the world.
Are you still in touch with each other, the four of you?
Not very much. 2 members have moved abroad, and I have contact, of course, with Björn, because he's the father to my 2 children.
Price you paid for everything you achieved, wasn't it after all a very high price? If you have the group, 2 divorces in one group is a lot, I think. Wasn't it too high a price for everything you did?
I don't look upon it as a price, a bad price, because I think that would have happened anyway, really.
The music didn't play any part
devotion,
in it? No. The success didn't play an important part in there, because you were working 24 hours together.
Oh yeah, but I don't think it was depending on that only.
No.
No.
Wasn't it very difficult, because I saw you performing in Rotterdam then, that you made a world tour even after all the problems you had, the 4 of you? Was that still possible to work so closely together?
Yeah, we went on working together, and that also shows that was not the problem. I mean, we liked to work together. It was very difficult sometimes, but we choose to go on a while, even after the divorce. Because, I mean, I can only talk for myself and Björn. We were very much agreed about our divorce.
A privileged woman?
I think you are. If you have experienced this sort of success, you get privilege, because it's easier, people know who you are. So it's easier to come up with a new thing now than it is when you start, I mean, when no one knows you.
The fact that you consider yourself privileged, does that mean at the same time that you consider yourself happy? Are you happy?
It's very different. It changes from day to day. One day you feel very happy, and the next day is awful. So I'm like anybody else. But most of the time I'm happy, and I think I want to think positive. I don't want any negative thoughts or looking back and regret things. I want to look into the future and look positive.
Thank you very much. And your English was great today.
Thank you, wasn't it? Thank you.